I knew I heard something. For the dawn! Not like this. Die! You're dead! Where'd you come from? Who's there? There you are! What is it? That's enough! I was sure I heard something. No! I knew it. Is something wrong? No, no more! Show yourself! Get back here! Show yourself! When did I say that? Come on! Ran off, I suppose. Filthy vampire! They what? That'll teach you. Gods curse you! Leave me be! Die, monster! Not over yet. Stay alert. Watch your back. There's only one thing worth remembering. This latest attack proves it's the right time. I ought to cut you to pieces right where you stand. I don't suppose you have some good news for me. None of this feels right. We need to know more. Not even the gods will show you mercy. No one is going to stand in my way. Must be gone now. Do we at least know what the vampires are after? We're just going to need some help. One less monster in the world. I'm waiting to hear what any of this means. Only what I've heard. I'm trying to put it to good use. I will not be defeated! Keep your eyes open. I don't relax. Ever. And so you delivered her to them. Get out of here, monster. This is Fort Dawnguard. We don't have many other options, do we? Skyrim will be purged of your filth! We're not going to have a problem with your little project, are we? None of this makes any sense. What does she have to do with this? Damn. Well, what do you know? I can't afford to make any assumptions. That's how people wind up dead. You already know as much as I do. And that's a compliment. If you can find them, we might have a chance. We need help. We're all that stands between Skyrim and disaster. We hunt down and kill vampires. Haven't you been paying attention? The vampires will show us no mercy. They've proven that. Well, it seems the Dawnguard really is needed again. Well, of course we do. I'm old, not stupid. And you didn't stop them? You didn't secure the scroll. So they have everything they wanted. And we're left with nothing. If we're going to survive this, we're going to have to be as ruthless as our enemies. Bring the two of them back here, and we can get started on coming up with a plan. Fought vampires wherever they found them. I aim to continue that mission. Even with all my preparations, we can't be too careful. The monsters could strike us at any moment. How dare you set foot in here after being infected by those foul beasts? Last I knew, he was out scouring Skyrim for more beasts to tame. Well, at least you're smart enough to want to learn more. I'll show you what I can. Can I count on you to handle whatever smithing work we need done? Repairs, new armor, weapons. I suppose you're lucky you're not dead. Or worse, one of them. In the old days, the Dawnguard kept all of Skyrim safe from those blood-sucking scum. And so we've delivered her right to them. I should have kept her here until we were certain. Right. So they have this woman and an Elder Scroll. Look at this. I should have known it was only a matter of time before they found us. Vampires need to be dealt with, hunted, rooted out, destroyed. Once there was a group dedicated to a similar cause. They call themselves the Dawnguard. It's the price we pay for openly recruiting. We'll have to step up our defenses. I heard a lot of vague nonsense. You could interpret that 100 different ways. If they're bold enough to attack us here, then this may be bigger than I thought. I have good men here, but while I ready things here, you find out what this woman means to the vampires. She must be important somehow. Of course. Why did I suppose differently? Fine. Tell me what you know. By the divines. This couldn't get much worse. This is more than you and I can handle. Originally owned by the Jarl of Riften back in the Second Era, it was a bit of a black mark on the Hold's history. I knew it would come to this one day. I knew. And no one believed. Their job was to keep the Jarl's son contained within. They took it seriously and served honorably. Be on your guard at all times. Avoid sleep if you can. Sleep is for the weak. I've lasted this long because I don't take chances. I cover my tracks and I keep my eyes open. If you're smart, you'll do the same. You'll also want to find Gunmar. Big brute of a Nord. Hates vampires almost as much as I do. There's enough for us to fight out there. I don't need us having to defend ourselves within our own fort. That was a long time ago, but the idea was and is a good one. That's why I'm bringing it back. Back in the Second Era, the Jarl of Riften had a son. Adventurous type. Too much for his own good, it seems. Now I'm trying to re-establish the Dawnguard. Take the fight to the vampires for a change. I hope it isn't too late. Why her? What significance does she have? We don't have enough information. Then people stopped taking the threat seriously. The Dawnguard was disbanded, and the vampires came creeping back. When it comes to vampires, if you're sloppy or careless, you're dead. And good people will die because of you. The Moth Priest can stay here for now. As for the vampire, I still don't trust it, so keep it on a leash. If you can prove you're reliable, maybe you can join the Dawnguard. We have ways of dealing with vampires. They were eventually forced to put him down. The Jarl banished them from the hold, but they stuck to their cause. Right to the point, aren't you? I like that. Not like those fools in the Order. I warned them. I knew something like this would happen eventually. But they didn't listen. And look where it's gotten them. Only thing that stood out for me was Ariel's bow. That's a powerful weapon, and I sure as oblivion don't want the vampires to get hold of it. Got it into his head years back that his experience with animals would help. Trolls in particular, from what I hear. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. Go to Morthal and speak to Falion. He can help you. Otherwise, you're dead to me. A woman? Trapped in there? That doesn't make any sense. Who is she? More importantly, where is she? Might need a little convincing, but she should. I'll admit I don't know that I can trust you, but I know I can't rely on the vigilance for anything, so we'll have to work together. For now. There are people I've met and worked with over the years. We need their skills, their talents, if we're going to survive this. Wound up turning into a vampire. The Jarl, unable to kill his own son, spent a fortune building this keep and hiring men to guard it. Isn't it obvious? They're soft, the lot of them. Look at these fools, so concerned with tending their precious beacon. It certainly seems the vigilance of Stendarr can't help themselves. No surprise there. They threw me out, Tolan. Why not just scream at the top of your lungs, "Here we are, monsters. We're oh so tasty, come and get us." Well, I certainly can't help any less than the vigilance of Stendarr, now can I? Too extreme, they called me. Well, that doesn't seem to have worked out in their favor now, has it? Totally unprepared for any real threat. And yet I was the one ridiculed for trying to be ready for anything. This attack, it's unlike the vampires. Do we at least know what they were after? Or is this completely a lost cause? And so I'm going to give you a chance to get yourself cured. And it seems we have a problem. Sorin and Gunmar are settling in. So welcome to Fort Dawnguard. Since you could have attacked me before now, I'm going to assume this was a little accident on your part. Sorin, you'll find room to start your tinkering on that crossbow design you've been working on. Gunmar, there's an area large enough for you to pen up some trolls. Get them armored up and ready for use. Well, what did you expect, Tolan? Didn't I tell you, didn't I warn you this would happen? Hold it right there. This is the time of the Dawnguard! Take a deep breath and let it out as you fire. Why? Because of that story about the prophecy about some vampire trying to put the sun out? Find Sorin and Gunmar, and maybe we can do something about this mess. All right, you've heard what it has to say. Now tell me, is there any reason I shouldn't kill this blood-sucking fiend right now? Let's go have a little chat with it, shall we? We're done with this when none of them are left standing. Let's go. Years of mocking, of dismissal, and now suddenly here you are, begging for help. That's it, so let's hear it. You hear me? Don't feel like a guest, because you're not. You're a resource. You're an asset. No, just good. Maybe now they'll afford the vampire threat a tad bit more respect. Making sure you're not vampires. Can't be too careful. Some Imperial scholar arrived in Skyrim a few days ago. I was staking out the road when I saw him pass by. Maybe that's your moth priest. Speak with Isran. He has something for you. These vigilants are nothing but talk. Well, maybe it really is time to resurrect the Dawnguard. You'll get the hang of it. Speak with Florentius. He has something for you. Speak with Gunmar. He has something for you. You want to find him? Try talking to anyone who'd meet a traveler. Innkeepers and carriage drivers in the big cities, maybe. But you're on your own. That would fit with the rest of it. I don't like it, but you did right to play along. We need to find out what this is all about. Serene needs help with her project to improve our crossbows. And if that doesn't interest you, do I look like a sir to you, boy? I'm not a soldier, and you're not joining the army. And they have an Elder Scroll. Why are you here, Tolan? The Vigilants and I were finished with each other a long time ago. So who are you? What do you want? Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. Last I heard of him, he was aiding the Vigilants of Stendarr at Runwald. He may still be there. But what of Serana? Can she be trusted to lift a blade against her own kind? Her own family? Speak with Soreen. She has something for you. Home. Where's that? So, any luck? Was Tolan right about the vampires being interested in Dim Hollow Crypt? You need to concentrate, boy. Try it again. Set my hatred aside. Not a chance. It's what keeps me strong. Damn fool. I told him not to go. The Vigilants always had more bravery than sense. You've served Skyrim well. If you can manage that, the Dawnguard may still have use for you. Go to Morthal and find Falion. He's the only one I know of in Skyrim that can cure vampirism. Do you actually believe any of that? Not only that, but Ariel's bow is in safe hands. I think you did more than that. You have my thanks. Last I knew, she was out in the Reach, convinced she was about to find the biggest dwarven ruins yet. For the Dawnguard! For Skyrim! Well, ready to join the fight against the damn vampires? We will march on their lair and destroy those wretched abominations, so they can no longer corrupt our world! I won't lie. If this were any other situation, I'd put her down just on the chance she might be a vampire. Yes, you've explained yourself. I'm supposed to just throw myself in front of you all and offer protection, am I? It's over. He's dead. And the prophecy dies with him. My paw's axe. Stendarr preserve us. The Vigilants of Stendarr. In over their heads. What a surprise. So, the beast is destroyed. Tolan, I don't think that's a good idea. Tolan, tell him about, what was it? Dim Hollow. Didn't I tell you to step forward? Farm boy, huh? What's your weapon? Got a fire in your belly to kill vampires, eh? Good for you. The bow. You have Ariel's bow. In the meantime, we're going to get to the bottom of why a vampire showed up here looking for you. And now you want to come running to safety with the Dawnguard. Is that it? Feel free to poke around the fort and take what you need. There isn't much yet, but you're welcome to anything you can use. Good. I assume you took care of that little infestation. Did you figure out what they were looking for in there? Convince the Jarl of the threat, and he'll let you destroy the creature. If not, then do your best not to get caught. That doesn't make much sense. Where is this woman? Who is she? Everyone, gather round. I'm sure you've heard a bit of what we're up against. Powerful vampires, unlike anything we've seen before. The Jarl's in danger. A vampire plays as a visiting advisor to the court. Destroy it before it's able to complete its foul business. It's time we take the fight to their door. If he can maintain some appearance of normalcy, I'll allow him to stay. First thing is to get this fort back into shape. Right now, a vampire could practically walk right in the front door. Did you at least find out what the vampires were looking for in there? This is our fight, and this is our fate. I need someone out in the field taking the fight to the damn vampires, while we're getting the fort back into shape. While you're thinking about it, the vampires will be gathering strength in the shadows, waiting to strike. For too long,
We've allowed these vampires to poison the night and kill our people. Now, we finally have the means to strike back.
Quickly now. The longer you delay, the more danger the Jarl is in. The Dawnguard will now be dedicated to safeguarding it, making sure that prophecy will never come to pass. Well, I don't know what that means, but we need to find out. She must either have something the vampires want, or be someone important to them. In the meantime, don't make me regret my sudden outburst of tolerance and generosity. Because if you do, your friend here is going to pay for it. Watch the recoil. Take some getting used to. I've heard it described in tales, but I could never have imagined its beauty. And I suppose you're the one Tolan says is actually doing something about this mess.
Come on then, we haven't got all day.
I suppose she's right. I shouldn't let my personal feelings get in the way.
We'll get to that. For now, get acquainted with the space.
You vigilants were never trained for. I don't trust that man. And I don't want him here. I think we'll want Serene Gerard. Breton girl, whip smart and good with tinkering. Fascination with the Dwemer. Weapons in particular. No, and I'm not going to waste men looking. We're fighting a war against your kind, and I intend to win it. And now that you've stirred up the vampires against you, you come begging for my protection. I'm impressed you could find a moth priest so quickly. We'd be honored to have you join us. Yes, a crossbow. Best thing for killing vampires. Just take a few shots at those crates over there. I suppose this is difficult for you.
If anyone is going to stand in their way, it's going to be us.
Who said something? Soreen or Gunmar? I thought they'd have learned their lesson by now. As you can see, we have some work to do to restore it to its former glory. But maybe you want to help me with that. We should keep it small. Too many people and we'll draw unwanted attention to ourselves. This vampire showed up while you were away. I remember Keeper Carset telling me repeatedly that Fort Dawnguard is a crumbling ruin, not worth the expense and manpower to repair. Here, you should take a crossbow. Good for taking out those fiends before they get close. Why do I even post guards? This is the headquarters of the Dawnguard. Well, it used to be. A long time ago. But I have something for you to do, since you're asking. Gather your things and rest well, my friend. We meet outside Castle Volkihar. Welcome back. It can stay for now. But if it so much as lays a finger on anyone here, I'll hold you responsible. Got it? Don't worry. I think we can make a Dawnguard out of you. Here, take this crossbow. Let's see how you shoot. You heard right. I'm glad word's finally starting to get around. But that means it won't be long before the vampires start to take notice as well. Yes, well, I never wanted any of this to happen. I tried to warn all of you. I am sorry, you know. I'll be waiting. I'm guessing it's the one you found in Dim Hollow Crypt. Says it's got something really important to say to you. But look around. There's really not much to join yet. I've only just started rebuilding the Order.
The time has come to finally put an end to Harkon and his unholy prophecy.
But this is something different. I'd say do what she wants. Take her home. And see who else is in this castle. For the reading? Yeah. Just let the old man know when you're ready. Even with these vampires gone, the fight isn't completely over. Once we're settled back in at the fort, there will be more work to do. Tolan, tell her about, what was it? Dim Hollow. You'd better know what you're doing. Indeed. The day hasn't been won while Harkon still walks Tamriel. Who knows? Maybe it has a death wish. Maybe it's just insane. I don't really care. Glad to see you've taken care of your little problem, and kept it from becoming my problem. Come on, old man. You should get some rest. That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking for in this Dim Hollow Crypt. With any luck, they'll still be there.
This is it!
Let me address the Dawnguard, and then we'll be off. The men deserve to know that we've finally gained the upper hand. I suppose that's as much as I can hope for.
We now have Ariel's bow. The gods themselves have favored us, and we must answer with action.
But be warned, the Jarl's guards are unaware of the threat, and will treat violence against this advisor as a crime. You there, boy. Stop skulking in the shadows and step up here. What's your name?